The temperatures may be cooling, but that doesn't mean the pollinator support has got to stop. In fact, I'm still seeing a lot of blooms in my garden. Here's a couple of the plants that are going to bloom until first frost. And as someone who cares deeply about the pollinators, this is important to me. First up, the beautiful snapdragons. I think we're on cycle maybe 3 or 4 of their blooms, and they just keep coming. I'm obsessed with this romantic pink color. I've caught a break from the groundhogs, and I actually have some of this lace flower blooming in shades of white to purple. And you know the pollinator garden wouldn't be a pollinator garden without the lanceleaf coreopsis. This thing stays in bloom. As bright as it was at the beginning of spring. And potentially my bumblebee's favorite sleeping spot. Let's take a closer look. This is basically a zinnia hotel, powdery mildew and all. They don't care. A native flower that's blooming right now is my spotted bee balm. I call this the alien flower because that's really what it looks like to me. But they just keep on blooming and I could not be happier about it. I got some free French marigolds earlier in the season. They're not my favorite because they're not my vibe, but they are in bloom. African marigolds haven't stopped blooming since the spring, and behind them, my massive bed of cosmos is starting to go to seed, but not to be worried because we still have fresh flowers. And if you're talking about flowers that will last all season long, you got to talk about the straw flower because this thing is going and going. Joey, what are these little yellow flowers? Well, let's get into it. These are my black-eyed Susan. It's a bit of a combo of flowers that have gone to seed and fresh ones, but the yellow is looking brand new. Back in what I consider a wild area, we also still are getting fresh asters and little hints of white snakeroot. The color doesn't end just because the temperatures are getting cooler. In fact, now is the most important time to support the pollinators till they're ready for rest.